So let's get started. Before starting this video, I would like to tell you that everything was discovered in India. There was nothing left that to be discovered. Since we were very conscious about our earth, we we did not harm our earth and make some goods or stuffs that would harm our nature or that you can see today, as many stuffs are harming our nature. For example, everything was invented, even bicycle, then what we call that lighter and everything. We had also medical science, we had various departments for economy, we had the kingship rule, we had planes, we had ships, we had everything. We have science associated with everything. We called it as Shastra, which I will explain you in later video. So I would like to tell that before a scientist, before in today's world we called the scientists in India, before we called them as rishis. They were very much knowledgeable. They were very intelligent. They were very spiritual and they were just amazing. I can just explain you about them. They were means very intelligent than us and than even today's scientists. They had enormous knowledge of everything of the particular subject. So this is just a small clip about the discoveries that was previously invented or previously happened in India, but the foreigners took the credit of it. So everyone of knows that the pie was discovered by the Egyptians, but that's not the true fact. It has been hidden by the foreign ones who tried to not to lift up the Indian society. We had very rich culture. So here you can see the picture, the value of pi up to 32 decimals from Rigveda. So from this you can take some idea that we had a very nice culture, very scientific and very knowledgeable, interesting, fascinating culture. We calculate the speed of light thousands year before now, and its proof is written in the Surya Siddhanta. This one is the book which is very scientific. It is about the astronomy and the planets. It also calculated various radius of planets. They even calculated the circumference of Earth, which is very precise. They had the rich knowledge of everything, means everything. You know that foreign ones was not even believing that Earth was a sphere, round sphere. Since our Indians knew that Earth was only sphere, but also they discovered other planets, 9 planets. We called them as Navgrahas. So let us look at another slide. Shastra. So Shastra means nothing but science in English. We also had science of everything. We had Shilpa Shastra. Sorry, that's some mistake. That is Vastu Shastra, which deals with architecture, structure, and building. I would like to mention one point here, that in the Shilpa Shastra there is a line written about how to construct building and which material use. So it says that iron should not be used. The reason behind it is we knew that iron gets rust very quickly when exposed to air or water. So when you use iron for constructing the building, then it would be obvious that the building would not longer some years. So there is one exception for it. They said that instead of iron, use steel. So there are much more sciences that is associated with our shastras, and it is very very helpful, very scientific, very deep, and one who only can understand should read it, that are very deep and have very much knowledge, very enormous knowledge. It is just an encyclopedia of everything that would you find in this universe, everything. So technology, many of us consider that the ancient period was not as much advanced as today's period, but that's not at all true. You are just misguided. The ancient period was way more advanced, even lakhs and thousands of times advanced than today's one. We are just only capable of having some inventions, but that's not the truth. We are still only premature. We are means we are not up to the capability of the reach of extent the ancient ones did. So let us look at the example. So our ancient gurus were able to make anti-gravity spacecraft. Yes, and the proofs is in various books, ancient books. So this anti-gravity spacecraft was named as Vimana, and its structures are also written in the book called Vimana Shastra, and the traces of it is in the stone structures in various pilgrims monuments. You can see that, and it is very fascinating that without using any fuel, that nowadays we use planes, we use butane fuel for flying off planes, but they were able to make anti-gravity, that is an UFO technology, to fly, and that fuel they used was mercury. So we also had very much knowledge about the Brahmand, which in English you call universe. So Brahmand is very big than you're thinking, you can imagine, or just an infinity. So it is being said that this is one universe in which Lord Vishnu is sleeping, and from the Lord Vishnu's Nabi, which I don't know what it called in English, Brahma is formed, and Brahma is the creator of the universe. And there are many more universes like this. This is not only one, but many more. Our universe are much bigger, and there are many more planets and many more possibilities of life of existence and more advanced beings in other planets. So here bubble like ones are the nothing but an universe. Here Vishnu is staying, and it is being said that when Vishnu breathes in, then then all these bubbles vanishes, and when he breathes out, then the bubbles appears and universe appears. So that is the another thing, but just to give an idea. So we had everything about we have knowledge of everything before the NASA, before the Apollo, before every mission. We knew that Earth was round, and we did not change our opinions like some other ones. So the first point of is we knew that Earth was round sphere and not flat. So many of you may know that in the foreign country where one who said that the earth was a sphere was hanged. So this seems very funny that having said that earth was round, which is completely not the truth. Even before knowing the truth, they are means making some understanding and hanging or giving punishment to someone, which is very funny. And before the Galileo invented telescope, we had named the Navgraha, means 9 planets. Even we had such a science that we named or we discovered the some planets that was not able to see from our eyes, or we just can't imagine what they look, what their structure, what their shape, color, size, and everything what it surrounds. We had the names and we had the various information about that. So here in this picture you can see, so from here is this is the Vishnu, and this is called the Vedic universe. So these planets are typically our solar system planets, but there are many more planets than our ones. So this is Lakshmi, she is serving Vishnu, and Vishnu is in rest mode. He is sleeping, he is having a deep meditation, and from his Nabi, Brahma is evolved, which is the creator. Now, these are very powerful gods of our Hindu history or culture. I would not say mythology, because many of us say it mythology, but it's not the fact, it's not the mythology, it's our history. History and mythology both are different. So mythology can be fantasy, but history cannot be fantasy. So it happened, and it's the truth, it's the fact. Without it, nothing can be existed. So you need to be keep in mind that it's not mythology, it's our history. So dhanyavadam. So I would I would also present many more presentations like this. And for supporting our channels, please subscribe. Great India, Vidvan Bharat.